guys, and welcome to a new GTK tutorial. Today we are going to learn a new widget, but before we proceed to our new widget, I want to thank to the guys because they fixed the search system, and I also got an email from someone called Andrea Berry. I don't know if I spelled its name right. Anyway, thank you for the reply where I was informed that the system works again and I can use their website again. So that being said, let us talk about our today's widget, and for this I'm going to use the search, and its name it is GTK VolumeButton. This GTK VolumeButton, it is a small widget. I'm telling you it's small because it has only one function, but you already know it doesn't mean that a widget, if it has only one function, it is the only function which you can apply on it, isn't it? No, for this you need to check other things, but before we go there, let's see. GTK VolumeButton, it is a button which pops as volume control. It has some properties: implemented interface, object hierarchy, description, and the top. So its description says the GTK VolumeButton is a subclass of the GtkScaleButton. Okay, this is a lot of things for us. That has been tailored for use as a volume control widget with suitable icons, tooltips, and accessible labels. Here we have the function which we can use it, and of course we have some properties. The object hierarchy, which is very important for us when we work with every widget, it is right here, which says that GTK VolumeButton there is from GtkScaleButton, from GtkButton, bin, and so on, which means we can use their properties and function as well. So basically that's the reason why we have only one function, because all other functions which we need, we take them from GtkScaleButton and GtkButton as well, and so on. As you can see, the way how it is designed here, it is nothing new. We have a scale, and we have two buttons, and so on, and an icon. So basically we have nothing special which really requires new functions or a lot of properties. We have only one, use symbolic. Okay, so that being said, let us create a volume button. For this says it's a function returns of course a GTK widget, creates a volume button with a range between 0.0 and 1.1 with a stepping of 0.02. That is very important for us. Okay, so as you can see, the volume change can be obtained and modified using the function from GtkScaleButton. Yes, because once that you decide to make some changes to the scale button is the widget which get involved right here. So let us declare it, GTK widget volume button. Now that we have it, create a volume button, and we are going to point it of course to the GTK VolumeButton new. Once that we have it, we can now put it inside the grid. I'm going to copy this line right here, and we are going to put inside the grid our volume button. Now I'm going to compile it and run it. As you can see, we have a button. At least we have something here which looks like a button, like a volume button, which has a X, which is for muted. If you hover over it, you see you get a tooltip which says it's mute. Once that you click it, it reveals your newly created volume button right here, and it works fine. Now, because it works fine, as you can see, this is what you are creating when you are calling the GTK VolumeButton new. But if you need to do some more changes, if you need some more functions, then like I said, you need to go to object hierarchy. Once that you are here and you see which parent is the parent of the GTK volume button, like in this case is the GtkScaleButton, you can just click on it, and once that you click on it, then just search some function, like for example set values. Because it is a scale involved, we can change the behavior of the scale. As you can see, now it is muted because the scale is set down to 0. You see it's mute, and it's right here, down here. And for this, to change it, you just call GTKScaleButton set value. We need to cast, of course, to GtkScaleButton, GtkScaleButton, and we pass our volume button right now here, and we give a new value because it is a double between 0.0 and 1.0. We are going to pass 0.5 just to set it in the middle to see that it's working. And of course, as you can see, it works fine. The button is in the middle right now. Okay, now let us move to the new things which we can work with. For example, if we go now out and we move from the object hierarchy of the GtkScaleButton and we take its parent as well, which is the GtkButton. Now we have GtkButton here, and now if you want to make some changes, for example, if you want, then just take something like this one, take a function which you needed, which you think you needed to apply it on your volume button, like me I'm doing right now with the GtkButton set label, and set the text of the label of the button to a string, to the name which you want to set it. This is very interesting. I didn't choose it random because as you can see right here says this text is also used to select the stock item. Okay, so what I'm exactly telling you, I'm going to show you in a second. For this, now we need to cast to GtkButton, and GTK. Okay, and we are going to pass our volume button now, and once that we have it, we give a name, let's say audio, whatever. Now watch what happens. Whoa, you see, now we have no image anymore or icon. We have a name which is called audio, which is also our button. You can click on it, and as you can see, it works fine. So basically, we decide to change this thing. Because you can change these things, you can also do some other things, like, for example, use other underline. It is a function which says, if true, that an underline in the text of the button label indicates the next character should be used for the mnemonic actualizer. Okay, this is very interesting. Watch. If I'm now putting an underscore before the audio and I'm going to compile it, you will see that the line is there, you see, which is not what you want to. You need a mnemonic, for example, but you don't need that line. For this, you call this function, use underline, you pass the GtkButton volume, of course, cast it to GtkButton, and then you say true. Once that I said true, when I now compile it and run it, I'm going to press Alt, and once that I keep press Alt and I hit A, nothing happens, because I need to set the mnemonic for this one. And now when I put the underscore in front of the audio right here, and I'm going to compile it, you won't see that underscore anymore. You should not see it. You see, you don't see it anymore. But watch what happens now when I press Alt. You see, it is right there under A, which means that now when I keep the Alt and I hit A, basically the mnemonic works and the volume button reveals itself. So this is the important thing which I wanted to talk about it with you. Okay, it's enough for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.